Before we jump into a breakdown of this week's content, one message we hope to really stress and we want people to carry with them throughout this week is that the choice between yes tiny homes or no tiny homes cannot be made in isolation. Before any person or organization even begins to pencil out how tiny home villages might look in their communities, they need to immerse themselves in the existing housing and homelessness landscape in their areas. This means engaging your local continuum of care, your VA medical centers, veteran service organizations, community organizations focused on affordable housing, your local funders, public entities including your city, county, and state, your local planning and development offices, and your Department of Housing and Community Development. Do not set out to make grandiose decisions about tiny homes without first equipping yourself with a thorough understanding of the needs of veterans in your communities, any existing housing shortfalls, where or how veterans might benefit from this housing intervention, and how your local community feels about tiny homes in general. With all that being said, let's get into what this week is all about. So on Monday, we'll cover what tiny homes are, how they might benefit veterans, and challenges in existing housing options that may be directly addressed using tiny homes as an alternative means for housing veterans. On Tuesday, we'll feature some community profiles and a more detailed explanation of tiny home features and characteristics. Wednesday, we'll focus on considerations such as local planning and zoning, building codes, and funding availability for tiny homes. Thursday, we'll cover NCHB's minimum specifications and suggestions for using this housing intervention for veterans. And Friday is the big finale. We will share a community worksheet with questions to consider before implementing tiny homes in your area, in addition to hosting a live session for those interested to come together and talk about this week's content and specific concerns for their communities. Stay tuned for our daily content and sign up for email notifications so you won't miss anything. Also, make sure to interact with us on social media as we continue on throughout the week. We'd love to hear about how your community thinks and feels about tiny homes, or how you may already be using this housing intervention now in your community.